friends to a new session of molecular biology, types and forms of DNA and RNA. A structure for nucleic acid was proposed by Pauling and Corey. Their model consists of 3 intertwined chains with the phosphate near the fiber axis and the bases on the outside. Watson and Crick was unsatisfied with the structure because the material which gives the X-ray pattern is salt, not free acid, and some of the van der Waals distance appear to be too small. It is not clear that what forces would hold the structure together without the hydrogen atoms. The pedigree of molecular biology was established in 1953 when Francis Crick and James Watson proposed a double helical model for the structure of DNA molecule, that is deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA can exist in 5 forms: A, B, C, D, E and Z. Sugar puckering is the most important feature to distinguishing the DNA forms. In the 1950s, Maurice Wilkins and Rosalind Franklin identified 2 distinct structural forms, the A and B forms. They developed the technique of keeping the specimens at constant humidity whilst recording the X-ray diffraction patterns. Now, the types: Watson and Crick model of DNA, that is bDNA. The Watson-Crick model of DNA came in 1982 after the B form of DNA was crystallized and X-ray pattern was solved, which is biologically important form of a DNA found in most of the living organisms. Watson and Crick model of DNA have 3 important functions: storage of hereditary informations, the ability to self-duplicate, the capacity to direct and control cell activities. During the first days of DNA structure discovery, Watson and Crick proposed a different structure for the salt of DNA, that the structure contains 2 helical chains each coiled around the same axis. Hence, they were concluded the molecule of DNA is composed of 2 polynucleotide chains wound into a right-handed helix that coil around a central axis. The geometry of the sugar phosphate backbone of DNA causes natural DNA to be right-handed. See the figure 1. This is a Watson and Crick model of DNA. The polynucleotide chains of deoxyribose sugar, therefore the name deoxyribonucleic acid. The polynucleotide chains are joined by internucleotide linkages called 3', 5' phosphodiester bonds. The sugar phosphate backbone forms the outer edge of the helix and the bases project from it perpendicularly inwards. The polynucleotide chains are held together in a helical shape through non-covalent hydrogen bonds between the bases of 2 opposite chains. These 2 chains are complementary and run in opposite directions. See the figure shown in the screen. That is, if one chain runs from 3' to 5' direction, the other will run in 5' to 3' end and establishing a polarity. As we know, one base of one chain will be matches with the other by complementarity. That is, if one base sequence of one chain is known, the sequence of the other one can be predicted easily. Now, you can see 2 possible helical forms of DNA and they are mirror images of each other. Each turn of the helix consists of 10 pairs of nucleotides with an internucleotide space of 3.4 angstrom, and it will make each helix 34 angstrom long. The distance of a phosphorus atom from the fiber axis is 10 angstrom. As the phosphates are on outside, cations have easy access to them. On the outside of B form DNA, the spaces between the intertwined strands form 2 helical grooves of different widths described as the major groove and the minor groove. Please see the figure on screen. Accordingly, each base is accessible from outside the helix to both small and large molecules that bind to the DNA by contacting chemical groups within the grooves. These 2 binding surfaces of the DNA molecule are used by different classes of DNA binding proteins. aDNA. X-ray diffraction studies indicated that the DNA molecule exists in other important forms other than B form, called A form. When DNA is extracted under high humidity, then it exhibits B form, and under low humidity A form is achieved. In B form, The bases lie very close to the helical axis, but in A form, the bases are found to be in outside and are strongly tilted with respect to axis. aDNA is a right-handed double helix fairly similar to the more common bDNA, but with a shorter, more compact helical structure. There is a slight increase in the number of base pairs per rotation and smaller rise or turn. This results in deepening the major groove and shallowing of the minor. Major and minor grooves area more or less equal in A helix when compared to B form. In an aqueous environment, aDNA is not favored, but bDNA is favored because bDNA accommodates water molecules in the minor grooves, and the hydrogen bonds between water molecules and DNA give stability to the B form. It appears only in dehydrated samples of DNA, such as those used in crystallographic experiments and possibly in hybrid pairings of DNA and RNA strands. These are showing the major and minor grooves of aDNA. zDNA. In addition to these two structures of DNA, there are many conformational transitions in the DNA molecules. By X-ray diffraction method, a double-stranded helix having GC base pairing with left-hand structures has been founded. This molecule has two stable orientation with respect to deoxyribose sugar ring, zinc and anti. In both A and B form of DNA, all the bases shows anti-orientation, but in left-hand structured helix, they always show anti-orientations in pyrimidines, and purines are always as syn orientation. Likewise, repeating unit is not one but two base pairs, thus giving a zigzag pattern to the phosphate molecules. This type of DNA molecules named as zDNA. As I explained earlier, zDNA can form when the DNA is in an alternating purine-pyrimidine sequence such as GC, GC, GC. The big difference is at the G nucleotide. It has the sugar in the C3 endoconformation like A form nucleic acid, and in contrast to B form DNA. And the guanine base is in the zinc conformation. zDNA tracks may play a role in regulating the expression of some genes or in genetic recombination, but the role is not yet defined. These are the figures showing the comparison of bDNA, cDNA and zDNA. cDNA differs from the bDNA in number of monomers per turn or spacing of residues along helical strands. D form and E form of DNA are found in some organisms and they lack in guanine, that is a nitrogen base. Types of RNA. RNA is synthesized from DNA by an enzyme known as RNA polymerase during a process called transcription. Studies carried out in 1950s uncovered the relationship between genetic information and amino acid sequences, but this knowledge by itself didn't provide any clue to the mechanism by which the specific polypeptide chain is generated. As we now know, there is an intermediate between a gene and its polypeptide. The intermediate is a messenger RNA, that is mRNA. The discovery of mRNA was made in 1961. Francois Jacob and Jacques Monod of the Pasteur Institute in Paris, Sidney Brenner of the University of Cambridge and Matthew Michelson of the California Institute of Technology. They showed that when a virus attacks a bacterial cell, a virus-specific RNA was made that is rapidly associated with the pre-existing bacterial ribosomes. Bacterial ribosomes were normal and they contained bacterial rRNA, but the new viral RNA was not a permanent part of the ribosome, but only transiently associated with them. Three types of cellular RNA are there, and all the major types of eukaryotic RNAs, that is mRNAs, rRNAs and tRNAs, are derived from precursor RNA molecules that are considerably longer than the final RNA product. The initial precursor RNA is equivalent in length to the full length of the DNA transcribed and is called the primary transcript or pre-RNA. The final product, that is mature mRNA, is obtained only after several modifications that will be discussed later. Classes of RNAs. First one, messenger RNA or mRNA or template RNA. Jacob and Monod in 1961 proposed the name messenger RNA for the RNA carrying information for protein synthesis, from the DNA, that is genes, to the sites of protein formation, that is ribosomes. It consists of 3 to 5% of the total cellular RNA. Messenger RNA is the intermediary molecule that carries information from the DNA to the protein machinery so that it can be translated to functional protein. So, the mRNA is complementary to the gene from which it got transcribed. For this reason, mRNA can be described as sense strand or a coding RNA. Now, the size. The molecular weight of an average sized mRNA molecule is about 500,000 and its elimination coefficient is 8s. It should be noted, however, that mRNA varies greatly in length and molecular weight. Since most proteins contain at least 100 amino acid residues, mRNA must have at least 10 into 3, that is 300 nucleotides on the basis of the triplet code. Now, the stability of mRNA. The cell does not contain large quantities of mRNA. This is because mRNA, unlike other RNAs, is constantly undergoing breakdown. It is broken down to its constituent ribonucleotides by ribonucleases. Now, the structure of mRNA. Messenger RNA is always single-stranded. Since mRNA is transcribed from DNA, its base sequence is complementary to that of the segment of DNA from it got transcribed. This can be demonstrated by hybridization experiments with DNA and artificial RNA. Random coiling has been observed in extracted RNA, but there is no base pairing. In fact, base pairing destroys its biological activity. Usually contains the bases adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil and sometimes have unusual substituted bases. Usually each gene transcribes its own mRNA. So, there might be 1000 to 10,000 different species of mRNA in a cell. These mRNA types differ in their base sequence and in length. When one gene, that is a cistron, codes for a single mRNA strand, the mRNA is said to be monocistronic. In many cases, however, several adjacent cistrons may transcribe an mRNA molecule, which is then said to be polycistronic or polygenic. The mRNA molecule has the following structural features. They contain a continuous sequence of nucleotides encoding a specific polypeptide. They are found in cytoplasm. They are attached to ribosomes when they are translated. Most mRNAs contains a significant non-coding segment, that is, a portion that does not direct the assembly of amino acids. Non-coding portions are found in both 5' and 3' ends of a messenger RNA and contain sequences that have important regulatory roles. These modifications include a 5' methylated cap, that is 7-methyl guanosine cap, and a string of 50 to 250 adenosine residues that form a poly-A tail. The cap is followed by a region of 10 to 100 nucleotides known as non-coding 1 or NC1, rich in A and U residues and does not translate protein. The rate of protein synthesis depends upon the presence of the cap, without which the mRNA molecule poorly binds to ribosomes. Now, ribosomal RNA or rRNA. Ribosomes contain both protein and RNA. RNA found in ribosomes are called ribosomal RNA or rRNA. The eukaryotic ribosomes are larger than prokaryotic ribosomes. The 40S subunit of eukaryotic ribosome contains one rRNA, that is 18S rRNA, which is about 1900 bases and about 35 different proteins. The 60S ribosomes contains 3 rRNAs, 5S rRNA, it is about 120 bases, 5.8S rRNA, that is 160 bases, and 28S rRNA, about 4700 bases, and about 15 proteins. Like mRNA, each is transcribed from one of the DNA strands of a gene. 5S rRNA has its own gene. The others are synthesized as a single transcript that is then cleaved to release the mature RNA molecules that become part of the ribosome. Rather than functioning as a messenger, rRNA provides structural support and catalysis chemical reaction in which amino acids are covalently linked to one another. Ribosomal RNA consists of a single strand twisted upon itself in some regions. It has helical regions connected by intervening single strand regions. In the helical region, most of the base pairs are complementary and are joined by hydrogen bonds. Now, the soluble RNA, sRNA or transfer RNA or tRNA. Transfer RNAs are L-shaped molecules about 80 nucleotide in length. The shape is formed because of the complementarity between the bases. A typical tRNA has 4 short base paired stems and 3 loops. This is best explained in the clover leaf model proposed by Hawley in 1965. Different tRNA molecules vary considerably in sequence, but they all conform to the same overall structure. Variation length, that is about 73 to 93 nucleotides, occur, mostly due to the variable loop. Transfer RNA or tRNA is an essential component of the protein synthesis reaction. After rRNA, the second most common RNA in the cell is transfer RNA or tRNA. It constitutes about 10 to 20% of the total RNA of the cell. It is also called soluble RNA because it is too small to be precipitated by ultracentrifugation at 100,000 G. It got a molecular weight of about 25,000 to 30,000 and the sedimentation coefficient of a mature eukaryotic tRNA is 3.8 S. Transfer RNA is synthesized in the nucleus on a DNA template. Only 0.025% of DNA codes for tRNA. Synthesis of tRNA occurs near the end of cleavage stages. The function of tRNA is to carry amino acids to mRNA during protein synthesis, translating the information in the mRNA nucleotide codon into amino acid alphabet of a polypeptide. In fact, tRNAs act as an adapter molecules, that is, each tRNA is linked to a specific amino acid as an amino acid tRNA, that is AAtRNA. And while on the other hand, the same tRNA can recognize a particular codon in the mRNA. The interaction between successive codons in the mRNA and specific amino acid tRNAs leads to the synthesis of a polypeptide with an ordered sequence of amino acids. Unusual bases in tRNA. In addition to the usual bases A, U, G and C, tRNA contains a number of unusual bases and in this respect differs from mRNA and rRNA. Most of the unusual bases are formed by methylation, addition of CHA or methyl group to the usual bases. Example, cytosine and guanine on methylation yields methyl cytosine and methyl guanine respectively. Precursor tRNA molecules transcribed on the DNA template contains the usual bases. The unusual bases are important because they protect the tRNA molecule against degradation by RNAs. This protection is necessary because RNA is found floating freely in the cell. Some of the unusual bases of tRNA are methyl guanine GME, dimethyl guanine GME2, methyl cytosine ME, ribothiamine T, pseudouridine Psi, dihydrouridine DHU, H2U, UH2, then inosine I and methyl inosine IME or MEI. In general, organisms high in the evolutionary scale contain more modified bases than lower organisms. Now, the structure of transfer RNA or tRNA. The nucleotide sequence, that is the primary structure of tRNA, was first worked out by Hawley et al. In 1965 for East alanine tRNA. Since then, the sequence of about 75 different tRNAs ranging from bacteria to mammals has been established. The different tRNAs are all minor variants of the same basic type of structure. Several models of the secondary structure of tRNA have been proposed, and of these, the cloverleaf model of Hawley is the most widely accepted. 4 different regions of double-stranded RNA are formed during the folding process. See the figure on screen. Now, let us discuss about the cloverleaf model of the tRNA. Amino acid acceptor arm. It is made by pairing of the 5' end, which almost always ends in G and is phosphorylated, and the 3' end, which ends in CCAOH. The amino acid is bound to the 3' hydroxyl group of the adenosine at the free 3' end of the acceptor stem. The amino acid is attached to one end and the other end consists of 3 anticodon nucleotides. The anticodon pairs with the codon in messenger RNA, that is mRNA. ensuring that the correct amino acid is incorporated into the growing polypeptide chain. The next one is the anticodon arm. The part of the tRNA that participates in this complementary interaction with the codon of the mRNA is a stretch of 3 sequential nucleotides called the anticodon, which is located in the middle loop of the tRNA molecule. See the figure. Anticodon arm consists of 7 bases with the 3 anticodon bases in the middle. The anticodon is always preceded on the 5' side by 2 pyrimidines and followed by a modified purine. The other 2 loops are named after modified bases. The T-Cy loop contains Cy, which stands for pseudouracil, and the D loop or DHU loop has D for dihydrouracil. T-Cy-C loop got a ribothymidylate residue, T a pseudouracilate residue and a sidylate residue in that order. These strange bases are required for proper folding and operation of the tRNA. The T-Cy loop and DHU loop are needed for binding to the ribosome and other protein factors involved in translation. Now, this is the table showing different RNA types and their functions. Types of RNA and primary functions. First one is mRNA or messenger RNA. It helps in translation, that is protein synthesis, and regulatory in nature. Second is rRNA or ribosomal RNA, and its function is to help translation, that is catalytic in nature. tRNA, transfer RNA, and it also helps in translation or protein synthesis. Now, hnRNA or heterogeneous nuclear, and its function is to precursors and intermediate of mature mRNAs and other RNAs. Small cytoplasmic RNA, that is scRNA, signal recognition particle SRP or tRNA processing, and this is catalytic in nature. snRNA or small nuclear RNA or snORNA, that is small nucleolar RNA. It helps in mRNA processing, poly A addition, it is catalytic in nature, and small nucleolar RNA, rRNA processing, maturation or methylation. Now, the regulatory RNAs, that is siRNA, miRNA, etc., it regulates the transcription and translation. Now, let us summarize the session. DNA can exist in several structural forms. 2 variations of the Watson-Crick form or bDNA are aDNA and zDNA. Some sequence dependent structural variations cause bends in the DNA molecule. DNA strands with appropriate sequences can form hairpin or cruciform structures or triplex or tetraplex DNA. The information DNA is encrypted into a functional product using RNA as an intermediate. The discovery of mRNA was made in 1961 by Francois Jacob and Jacques Monod of the Pasteur Institute in Paris, Sidney Brenner of the University of Cambridge, and Matthew Meselson of the California Institute of Technology. 3 types of cellular RNA are there, and all the major types of eukaryotic RNAs, mRNAs, rRNAs and tRNAs are derived from precursor RNA molecules that are considerably longer than the final RNA product. Here I give you a few assignments to work out. 1. Explain different forms of DNA. Second, what carries the information from the DNA so that makes a functional protein? Explain it. Third, who proposed the cloverleaf model for tRNA? Briefly explain it. Fourth one, compare the functions of tRNA and rRNA. Fifth one, expand the following terms: RNA, tRNA, DHU, T-Cy-C. Here I suggest some books for further studies. The Cell, A Molecular Approach, 3rd edition, Geoffrey M. Cooper, year 2007, and it's published by ASM Press, Washington, D.C. Cell and Molecular Biology, Concepts and Experiments, written by Gerald Karp, 7th edition, year 2013, published by Wiley. Molecular Cell Biology, 4th edition, year 2000, written by Harvey Lodish, Arnold Burke, S. Lawrence Sipersky, Paul Matsura, David Baltimore and James Darnell, published by W. H. Freeman Publishers. Now, a paper published in Nature, J. D. Watson and F. H. C. Crick in the year 1953, 171 edition and 737 page. Thank you for watching this session. See you next time. Until then, bye.